Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is a 742nd Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And just to say, what a battle have I got for you today. Oh my gosh, when we played it, I couldn't believe how good a battle this is. Remember, we've been playing the 31k battle rules now for over 14 years, so that's why we're trying these different type battles. And as you can see, this is a bridge battle on our Moon River map. Let's say there's a bridge there that very often is contested there by both teams, trying to see which one of us can get over the bridge there. But I think artillery certainly adds a new dynamic to these maps, and there's a shallow water crossing there as well. So I say this map's unique to Rome Total War because it's got two crossings. Now, just to say, some players say to me they don't like bridge battles because of a certain reason. Okay, now, I'm not going to tell you what that reason is because it could spoil the battle. Okay, but at the end of the battle, I'll explain to you the reason that some players give me they don't like bridge battles, and this battle will prove that that reason isn't really a reason, if you see what I mean. Okay, so this is one reason I wanted to show you this battle, is just to try and convince people that are a little bit hesitant about bridge battles that they're not what they might think they are. As I say, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the battle. Okay, right. But what a cracker this is today, and this is going to be, I think it's one of my favourite battles, I think. Okay, so our first teammate is Wolves Zarga. Now Zarga has got 6 cavalry, 2 horse archers and 8 infantry. Okay, and if we have a quick look there, you'll see that he's got the Armenian legionnaires. Now remember, these guys can throw pilas. There, they look a little bit like urban cohorts, but their specifications are pretty poor. They're not that great. I mean, they're okay, but they're nowhere near anything like the urban cohorts. I noticed he only got 5 upgrades on them. And then he's got his heavy spearmen here. Now remember, these guys are anti-cavalry because there's the Armenian heavy spearmen there. They're pretty good at holding up infantry as well. They're not too bad troops there. In fact, I would say they're possibly better than the legionnaires, but it's all a matter of opinion there. And then he's got his cataphracts there. Count the upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, fully upgraded Armenian cataphracts there. We call these guys the tanks of the ancient world because they're armoured from head to toe. And as I say, he's got 3 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack on them, fully upgraded. So there's Zarga's Armenian army in this 40k no rules battle. Okay. Our next teammate is GOTW Romex. Now Romex has got 12 infantry, 3 artillery and 5 cavalry. Now if we have a look at the upgrades on his infantry there, you'll see he's got 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. We know this infantry plays well at just gold shield, gold attack, so to put 2 experienced stripes on top of that, that kind of makes his infantry like kind of super infantry with those upgrades on. Plus, on top of that, you'll see that he's got an eagle unit. Now remember, an eagle unit gives additional morale to your troops there. Okay, so he's got that, plus he's got his infantry general for the general morale bonus as well. So not only is his troops really well upgraded, they've got an eagle unit and an infantry general morale bonus as well. So there's a heck of a lot of morale going through that army there. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he's got 8 upgrades, 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So that makes them pretty good cavalry as well. So I think that's a pretty good Romex army there. And of course, he's got his artillery as well. Be interesting to see how he uses that during the course of the battle. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius. Now Aurelius has got 10 Spartans, 3 archers, 6 artillery, and 1 armoured cavalry general. Quick look at the upgrades on his Spartans. He usually puts 7 upgrades. Yeah, 4, 5, yeah, 7 upgrades, an experienced stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his Spartans there. Okay, as I say, Spartans do well with just gold shield, gold attack, and experienced stripes makes them even better. They are Cretan archers at 8 upgrades on already elite long range archers there. Look. 2 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his archers, and then just look at that, a lot of artillery he's got there as well. Unusual to see an armoured cavalry general for a Greek cities general there. Usually it's a Spartan for the general unit there, but he's decided to go for the armoured cavalry general there. So that would be interesting to see how he uses that. And to say, just look at that firepower that he's bringing to the battlefield as well, with all those artillery, 6 artillery there. Okay, and our last teammate is myself, with a very kind of good, I think, Carthage army there. 12 Sacred Band, 3 Slingers, 4 Artillery, and 1 fast-moving cavalry unit there. Okay, so we've got a very diverse team. We've got Zarga with Armenia. We've got there you got GOTW Romex with Rome, and we've got Aurelius with Greek cities, and myself with Carthage. And just to say once again, what a cracking battle I've got for you today. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Man 2. Now get ready for this. He's got the Gaul faction, and he's got 15 Forester Warband archers and 5 cavalry. Okay, 15 Forester Warband. Now those of you that like statistics, there's a close up of them if you haven't seen them before. Okay, remember these guys have got a unique ability, and that is their alt attack weapon is an anti-cavalry spear. And many a Roman cavalry a Roman general have sent cavalry in thinking they're going to take out these Gaul Forester Warband, only to find their cavalry routed by these anti-cavalry spears that they've got as a secondary weapon. Also, the moment they stop moving, they disappear, they hide anywhere on the map. But those of you that like statistics might like to know that one of these units, remember each archer can fire 30 arrows, so each unit can fire 2,400 arrows. So 15 Forester Warband can fire 36,000 arrows. Yes, 36,000 arrows. So those 15 Gaul Forester Warband archers can shoot 36,000 arrows at us. Imagine the firepower of that is, and they're long-range archers. They're elite archers as well. So the damage that they could do to us could be absolutely phenomenal. So let's say each man can fire 30 arrows each. So that's 2,400 arrows per unit, and 15 units. That comes to 36,000 arrows. So there you are. That's the firepower that Man 2 has brought to the battlefield. And of course, if he keeps his barbarian troops within the woods, they get the woods bonus as well, which basically enhances all their specifications. Over here, the next teammate is Brotherhood member Uther. Now he's got 4 cavalry, 10 berserkers, and 1 chosen axeman. Yes, you heard me right, 10 berserkers. Now bearing in mind that berserkers are arguably the most powerful units in the game, and he's got 10 of them. Of course, all his army is hiding in the woods at the moment, but 10 berserkers could be a real problem for us. Now he's got a warhound unit there, look, which it'd be interesting to see how he uses during the course of the battle there. But as I say, 10 berserkers, arguably the most powerful units in the game, and we only allow 3 in 31k rules, and he's got 10 in this no rules 40k battle. Should be interesting. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Get Jacked. Now Get Jacked has got 12 Forester Warbands plus 2 druids. Now it's a good idea to bring druids because barbarian troops' morale is not very good. So any units that you can bring that enhances their morale capability is really good there. So he's got 2 druid units there, which of course will give morale not just to his troops but his allies' troops as well. And you might notice here that all of the enemy armies are barbarian troops, so they're going to make the most of the woods bonus on this side of the map. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Barkleyman. Now he's got 10 chosen swordsmen, 5 artillery, 1 ballista, and 4 cavalry. Okay, so he's got quite a reasonable, diverse army there. Now, you can see the onagers, the long-range onagers, but here's a unit that I don't think we've seen before on our 40k no rules battles. And there you are, you've got the ballista there. Okay, now these ballistas, they can fire a big arrow, a massive arrow, and it can impale 3 or 4 enemy troops. If there was 3 or 4 enemy troops stood behind each other, the power from this ballista arrow could impale, as I say, 3 or 4 enemy troops there. You can see the levers there, look, on there where they crank that back, put the arrow in there, look, and then press the release a lever there and shoots the arrow into the enemy troops. So there's the enemy team, as I say, all barbarians, and they could make the most of the woods bonus. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you'll see that Brotherhood member Aurelius has put a couple of Spartan units there to guard the shallow water crossing there to make sure nobody can come across. The only trouble with that is that those 2 units could become target practice for the enemy artillery onagers there. Do you see what I mean? Those 2 units there just stood there, as I say, could become target practice for those onagers. We'll just have to watch that situation. And here you'll see Aurelius has put another couple of units there guarding the bridge, but once again, if they bring artillery over here, those 2 units also could become targets for the enemy onagers as well. So we just have to see how Aurelius plays this. I understand he wants to block the enemy from coming across the bridge there, but needs just to watch out there for the artillery there. You'll see here I'm moving my Carthage army over to a more central position there, where I can actually watch the shallow water crossing as well as the bridge crossing there. Can you see if I move more central there, my artillery can cover both crossings there rather than just stay on this left flank there. As I say, you'll see the enemy there moving that ballista unit forward there. Remember that that unit fires big huge arrows that can impale as I say 3 or 4 soldiers there if they're stood behind each other. And you can see there that Barclayman's moving that ballista unit maybe to get in range of those Spartan units. There's some fire pots going up. Bang! Look at that. There's some fire pots already shooting at Aurelius. It's 2 Spartan units here guarding the shallow water crossing. It might be a good idea for him to put his units into open order there. Remember, units in open order suffer less damage from missiles there, and there you are. That's what he's doing there, putting those units in open order. But they still obviously will suffer casualties. There you are. He will still suffer casualties from those onagers. It might be a good idea just to pull those troops completely out of range, and then if he does see anybody come across a shallow water crossing, move them back then. That might be the best thing. Now over here we know that GOTW Romex is a very aggressive attacking player on this map. Okay, now straight away you'll see that it looks to me like he's going to move his infantry across the bridge straight away here in a very aggressive attacking move. As we see, those of you that watch our battles regularly will know that Romex usually leads the charge for his team across that bridge. Very aggressive, very attacking on this map. As I say, 40k no rules battles. We've only been playing for about 8 weeks, so tactics, strategies, army builds, it's all evolving. And I notice on this map it really is evolving. There's just you know, so many different things that you can do on this map. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second there. So as I say, he is now crossing the bridge there over towards the enemy. Now if you notice here, the enemy team have just got these artillery pieces over there on our left flank, kind of monitoring the shallow water crossing there. They've bought no more artillery. All the artillery that they've got you can see there. So I think this is one reason why this is one reason that's prompted Romex to attack across the bridge. The enemy have got no artillery to kind of guard the bridge there. So Romex can run across there without any fear of any artillery fire pots hitting his infantry. But of course he is going to run into a storm of arrows there, as we looked at the amount of Forester Warband archers that the enemy have got. Okay, so here you can see Romex's army now running across the bridge. But don't forget, a lot of those Gaul Forester Warband are hiding there. There you are. Let's see. You couldn't see those earlier because the moment they stop moving, they hide. Look, but the moment they start shooting their arrows, they then become visible, and you can see them now shooting into the flank of Romex's infantry as it's coming across the bridge. You'll see that there's some more Forester Warband here on the slightly higher ground, so they'll have like a downhill bonus there as well with their arrows, which means they go further and do more damage. And don't forget, those Forester Warband are already elite archers there as well. Okay, so you can see here that Romex troops are coming across the bridge. Now he's getting most of them across. He's creating a bridgehead. Now what I wanted to show you here, can you see that the troops here, Romex's troops, carry their shield in the left arm? Okay, so having missiles shot into them from the left side, okay, from those Forester Warband, because they carried a shield on the left arm, those shields would deflect a lot of missiles coming in on them. You see what I mean? You can see all his troops there carrying their shield in the left arm. Now, if the archers were over here shooting into the right side of the Roman troops, you'll see obviously no shields there, so archers would do a lot more damage shooting into the right side of units rather than the left side, if you see what I mean. I don't know if you realise that at all, but that's quite important really, I suppose, for causing casualties to especially Roman troops there. Okay, but you can see there's a lot of arrows there going into those Roman troops, and Romex will be suffering some casualties. Over here on that shallow water crossing, they say you can see that Aurelius, as we saw earlier, puts his troops in open order, but he still will be coming under fire from those fire pots that will still do him a lot of damage. There's a fire pot there, just hit one of those Forester Warband units there. As I say, the Forester Warbands there are in close, tight formation. And of course, we know fire pots would do a lot of destruction to them. Whoa, did you just see one of Uther's Germanic cavalry units there just get hit by a fire pot? So that's a 54-man unit been reduced to 31 with one fire pot hit there. Just look at all those charred cavalry there. So, but as I say here, you'll see Get Jack shooting loads of arrows into Romex. Now you'll see that Romex now has gone into the classic Roman testudo formation there. Now remember, this is a real formation used by the Romans there to protect against missiles. So there you are, you can see now that he's put his units, I think sensibly there, into testudo, looking at the amount of archer fire he was taking there. Whoa, there's another fire pot, look, just took out a huge amount of Forester Warband archers there. Look, reduced that unit from 80 down to what's that, about 40. So as I say, now you can see, as I say, they've stopped shooting their arrows, look, so you'll see them just disappear now, look. Because remember, these Forester Warband, the moment they stop moving, okay, they just hide, they just disappear. There you are. See, the last one just gone there. Now, hiding doesn't protect them from artillery fire, mind. If an artillery fire pot accidentally hit where they were hiding, they would still be killed, obviously. But as I say, there you are. You can see them moving back out of range now. There you are. You can see Get Jacked moving his Forester Warband out of artillery range there. So, as I say, I think this is a good tactic here. You can see that Romex is bringing his artillery as far forward as he can. You can't cross the bridge with artillery, by the way. You might not realise that. I've tried it. You can't cross the bridge with artillery. But there you are. Look, he can keep the enemy troops further back there with the artillery as he moved his troops forward there. But you can see the artillery that he's brought as far forward as he can is really forcing the enemy troops back, because, of course, they've got no artillery over there, look, where they can actually kind of retaliate. So that's a good bit of tactical movement there, I think. You'll see, you can see Romex has lost a few troops here, look, to archer fire when he came across the bridge, as you can see there. A couple of his units have been quite reduced there by archer fire there. But as I say, good tactics by him there, bringing his artillery as far forward as he can to keep the enemy on the back foot and making them pull back there, so he can move his troops now, hopefully without too much artillery, too many arrows coming in on him. But over here you will see that Barclayman is moving one of his onagers and his ballista unit over towards Romex's infantry. Now we may well have onagers on our side of the bank there that's going to target this onager here that's moving over towards Romex there. We just have to see. Let's say Barclayman probably wants to keep that onager out of range if he can. Now, as I say, this testudo unit is really good for repelling missiles like arrows, pilers and slingshots, but so far I haven't seen a fire pot land directly on top of one of these testudo units. And what I'm thinking is, with those units being so concentrated, so close together, so tight there, that if a fire pot landed right on top of one of those testudo units, I'm wondering whether it could destroy the whole unit with one fire pot. I don't know what you guys think there, but so far we haven't seen, I don't think, a testudo unit take a direct hit. So it'd be interesting to see if we do, just to see if it would take out an entire unit with just one fire pot. But here you can see, I think it's Aurelius here trying to target Barclay Man's Onager unit there. Notice how he's using the boulders there, as we've talked about this before. They're more accurate, but of course they're trying to hit a moving target here, as those two Onagers that are being moved there, and that ballista unit. Oh, that was a good hit there. As I say, the boulders do less damage, but they are more accurate there. So you can see Barclay there, man, moving there. Could you see those Forester Warband archers there just come out of hiding? I think a couple of those boulders got close to them there, so I think they thought they'd move there. But as I say, you can see here that Barclay Man's getting that ballista unit and that one Onager unit there, trying to get Romex into target there. I think that's what he's trying to do. Meanwhile, over there you can see Aurelius has taken a lot of fire pot hits there. Remember, these are 80-man units. Look, that one's been reduced, what, to 25? There you go. 25 men left, and they've just been killed by fire pots. That's what's killed them there. Look, you can see there, and over here you can see this unit's reduced to 42 from 80. So he's still taking damage there. It looks to me like he's been hit by fire pots and boulders at that particular part of the battlefield there. But as I say here, look, we're still trying to target that Onager unit. Oh, that's good. We've taken one of them out there, and trying to damage that ballista unit as well. Anyway, can you see the ballista crew there? Look, cranking back the handle there, and then they put the arrow there, look, and then they press the release button, and it shoots a massive arrow out towards Romex's troops there. Right, now you can see Romex here is moving right into the woods. Now, whether that's a good tactical move or not, the only reason I say that is because, of course, all the armies that we're facing are barbarian troops, and like I said earlier, all of them will be getting a woods bonus. Now, what a woods bonus means is that all their specifications will be enhanced. Okay, but you can see there you got Get Jack's archers there, and of course you've got the Germania troops there. 10 berserker units of Uther somewhere hiding in the woods there. And as I say, all the barbarian troops in the woods will be getting a woods bonus, enhancing their specifications there. So, as I say, if you attack with Roman troops in woods against barbarian troops, the barbarians will have that woods advantage there. But as you can see there, Rome's moving into the woods there. And as I say, you can see there's only one Onager left there, and I think they got that ballista unit there, but that ballista unit is still in range of our Onagers there, so we could well take them out there. So as I say, you can see Romex come across the bridge. He's established a bridgehead now, and he's moved over to the woods, and here you can see him bringing his cavalry across the bridge now as well. So he's bringing his whole army across now. He's got his cavalry and infantry over there as well. But it's a good job all those archers weren't there. Imagine the damage that those archers could have done to his cavalry as they came across the bridge. But of course he drove the enemy back with his artillery. So as I say, tactics, strategies, all evolving on this map. Whoa, look at that for a fire pot hit. Wow, now that, I think that crashed into the front of that Testudo unit there. Look. Oh my gosh, 24 men left. There, so it just goes to show I think they were damaged by archers before that, but that fire pot caused them a lot of damage there. As I say, you can see now that Romex is taking his infantry and cavalry over to this right side of the road there, and he's starting to move his troops further up into the woods there. Okay, but as I say there, it's always, I think it's always a risk for Roman troops in the woods against enemy troops, especially berserkers. Those veterans watching this, I don't know what you think, but there you are, you can see us all moving across now the bridge, trying to expand the bridgehead there, which Romex started. But as I say now, he's moved over to the woods there on the right side. He's got his cavalry and infantry there. Now remember, his infantry was well upgraded. He's got an eagle unit and a general there as well for extra morale bonus for his troops. Look at the volume of arrows coming in on him. Remember that Mantu's 15 Forester Warband archers can shoot 36,000 arrows into us. So here, that just goes to show how many arrow damage they could do. Now here, if you notice, can you see that Zarga's charged an infantry unit up there? I think a legionnaire unit, and you can see it's just been shot to pieces by archers there. It's routed now, look, because it's suffered so many casualties. But just look at the casualties that he's taken there, running towards the enemy archers there. So all those archers that are shooting into him, look, it's just caused him so many casualties. The men that are left, look, have just routed. So that's one unit completely gone there. Now here you can see he's charging his cavalry. Now he may well be thinking, oh great, archers, I'll take them out with this fully upgraded unit, forgetting that these Forester warband have got that anti-cavalry spear as their secondary weapon. How many times, veterans watching this, how many times have you seen Roman cavalry charge into these Gaulish Forester warbands only to see that cavalry routed? And when you look closer you can see that they're using that anti-cavalry secondary spear weapon of theirs, and there you are, that unit's just been routed as well. Now as I say here, you can see Zarga moving his troops towards the archers there. He's going to lose a lot of men through archer fire there. Okay, now here you can see the Gaul troops there with their archers and everything. You can see the Germanic cavalry there, and remember the 10 berserker units are hiding somewhere in the woods. Now what I was going to ask you a question here, if Uther attacked with his 10 berserker units, he'd have the downhill charge bonus and of course the woods bonus as well. Okay, so he'd have the downhill charge bonus and the woods bonus, and if he rammed home the attack with his cavalry, do you think he could take out Romex's infantry? It'd be interesting to see that, actually, wouldn't it, if that happens. Here, as I say, you can see Zarga running his troops forward there, but they will be suffering a heck of a lot of archer damage there as they run towards the enemy troops. Okay, look at them. You can see they've already been decimated, look. Already, the more he runs towards them, you're being shot at from different angles as well. And as I say, those Forester warbands are very, very elite archers as well, so they got long distance, do a lot of damage there. And I think Zarga has lost a lot of his infantry there. But meanwhile, over here in the woods, you can see that the the Gaul troops there, the archers there, shooting in probably to Zarga's infantry there as they're moving forward, and he will be taking a lot of casualties there. But by doing that, he's attracting the archer fire, and they're not shooting into us as we come across the bridge, I suppose, there. But you can see I'm moving my Carthaginians across the bridge. You can see Aurelius is moving his Spartans across the bridge as well. So we're actually deciding now that we're going to expand the bridgehead that Romex started there. Okay, you can see we're moving all our troops, and Zarga's moving his Armenian troops across there as well. And if you notice here, Aurelius has moved a unit away from that shallow water crossing there. You can see he lost loads of men there guarding that shallow water crossing. Now that shallow water crossing is no longer guarded, so if the enemy want to get cavalry across there now, they could well do that and maybe attack our artillery pieces there, getting behind us, above us, and then charge into our artillery. So we just have to watch out for that as the battle unfolds. But as I say, you can see here we're trying to get all our troops across this bridge to expand the bridgehead there on the other side. Make no mistake, there will be a lot of archer fire coming into us there probably. And there you are, you can see there that Uther's got his cavalry there, but we know his 10 berserkers are hiding there somewhere as well. And he's got his cavalry locked and loaded in wedge formation there, looking like he's thinking to attack Romex as infantry there. You can see Romex moving further away from his allies here, look. Can you see he's moving further away from his allies there, and could be maybe a little bit isolated there. Let's say here, look, you can see another unit there. Oh, that's Zarga's general unit there, look, just being shot to pieces. Look, he needs to, right, he's been routed now. There's a good chance his general could even be killed here as he's trying to get away. Is he going to make it? Is he going to get away from those archers? No. So there you are, Zarga's general has just been taken out there as well. Now we know Armenian morale is not very good, so to lose their general, that's even worse there. So there you are, you got Mantu's 15 Forester warband archers there, where there are 36,000 arrows. He's moving them forward there. You can see Get Jack there has moved his Forester archers forward as well to target our units as we come across the bridge there. Okay, so there's a lot of firepower coming into us there as we are crossing the bridge. Okay, you can see there that we're still shooting at them with our onagers. You can see Romex has took his onagers as far onto the bank as he can there, far forward as he can, to try and target these archers. You can see Barclayman here bringing his artillery over as well, trying to target our bridgehead there. Bang, as those fire pots go into our troops there. But you can see a lot of Zarga's Armenian troops that he's brought over so far. I think most of them have been routed there. Let's say here you can see I'm moving my Carthaginians forward there. What I'd like to do is try and support Romex, because if he gets attacked by berserkers there, he could be in a bit of trouble, as my spears would kill barbarian troops, including berserkers, quite quickly. You can see that Romex has got his army hiding in the woods there. Of course, the general unit can't hide, but there you are. You can see he's, right over here. You'll see that Uther now has decided he's going to move his berserkers away from that hill position. Now, as I said earlier, berserkers are arguably the toughest, most powerful units in the game. Now, if he charged those berserker units towards Romex, he would have that downhill advantage there, and he would have the woods bonus. So he would have two bonuses here with the most powerful units in the game attacking Romex's infantry if he decided to attack, and then he could ram home the attack with his 4 well upgraded Gothic cavalry as well. Now, do you think that if he attacked with his 10 berserker units and his cavalry, he could possibly rout Romex's whole army there with the downhill and woods bonuses? So as I say here, if Uther attacked Romex there, he would have 2 bonuses there on top of having the most powerful units in the game as well. So I don't know what you guys think, if that would have been a good move or not. But over here you'll see that Aurelius is moving his Spartans over as well. But just look how the enemy have got their archers here. Look at the formation that they've got them in, and the positioning of them as well, shooting into us, causing us the most casualties that they can there from different angles. So as I say, they're still within onager range there, and you can see Romex shooting into them there with his artillery, trying to cause them casualties. But as I say, you can see here a lot of our troops taking casualties there. Aurelius there, you can see a lot of his Spartans have been killed. See the red cloaked Spartans there on the battlefield there, where they've been killed. Now over here you'll see that Romex now has grabbed the higher ground. Now this is a nice hammer and anvil attack here. Look at that cavalry going in there. Get ready for this. And bang, as he smashes in there. What a nice hammer and anvil attack there. So you can see there that Romex attacked with his infantry to hold and pin, got his cavalry on the high ground, and then charged into the rear of those Forester warbands there. A great hammer and anvil attack there, and those Forester warbands there have been smashed and crashed there by Romex's army. So that was a nice move there by Romex. Could take out a heck of a lot of those Forester warband. There you can see the Germanic troops now moving over to the other side of the road there, the other side of the track. They're probably going to mass over there. Don't forget, these Forester warband archers are shooting into us all the time. And as I say, don't forget, these archers are long range. They do a lot of damage. Very elite archers there. And with having so many of them, they are going to cause us a lot of casualties there. But as I say, here you can see Zarga looks like he's going to charge another one of his fully upgraded cataphracts into these Forester warband archers. Now get ready for this. Watch the impact as he charges in. Get ready, and bang, as he smashes in there. But once again, you see, he can't break that unit. All that general does is just alt attack with those anti-cavalry spears, and that fully upgraded cataphract unit, look, just been wiped out, just been destroyed there, look. And that unit probably won't rally there. Firepot just hit one of their Forester warband units there, caused a lot of casualties, which is good news for us there. But make no mistake, they've been shooting into us with those elite archers there, causing us a lot of casualties there. And over here on the right side there, you'll see that what I'm seeing here, I think, are the enemy troops that are going to mass up there on the higher ground in the woods up there. Trying to entice us into the woods, I think, will be their tactic. As I say, all the barbarian troops that the enemy have got, which is all of their armies there, will be having a nice woods bonus there, and they will be enticing us to try and attack them in the woods. So they have the advantage. Here you can see my line of Carthaginian spearmen there, Sacred Band spearmen. I should be moving forward with Romix there towards the enemy troops. But here you can see Aurelius has brought a lot of his Spartans over there. But say a lot of Zarga's troops and a lot of, I think, Aurelius's troops have been killed there. Right now here, remember we saw the shallow water crossing is no longer guarded. So Barclayman's going to take advantage of this and bring those 3 cavalry units over there. Make no mistake to take our onagers out. He will be looking to take out our onager crews there with those 3 cavalry units there to stop our artillery from working. That's what he'll be looking to do. And I'm just seeing what defences we've got over there. I think we got a couple of Spartan units there. Yeah, there's a couple of Spartan units and my fast-moving armoured cavalry general there, which might help there. But as I say, the vast majority of our troops now across the bridge, and we're looking to attack the enemy troops there. As you can see, Romix now, he's got up on the hill there. And obviously what we'd like is them to attack us, but we know that they're going to pull back up onto that other hill over there and probably into the woods as well, look. And they'd love to entice us into those woods, as I say, so they've got the woods advantage there. They got the woods bonus. But as I say, over here, look, nice move by Barclayman here, look, trying to take out the onagers crew there if he can. You can see, I think Aurelius threw in his armoured cavalry general there just to slow them up a little bit. But we haven't got a lot of defences over there. We've got a couple of Spartan units, but they may well ride round those Spartan units there. He's just charging there like a bang. He charges into that onager unit there. So as I say, they probably, possibly will take out our onager crews there. We've got a little bit of defence there, but not a lot. As I say, over here you can see Zarga still moving forward with his infantry and his cavalry there. Very slowly moving forward there towards the enemy troops. There's 1 man left in that unit of Zarga's. Look, just 1 man. Can't believe he still hasn't routed. Oh, he's just been killed. Just got taken out there. So that unit fought to the last man. But as I say, you can see Zarga here advancing forward with his infantry and cavalry there. Probably taking a lot of archer fire there. Okay, so that's what he looks like he's doing. That looks like it's basically all of his infantry there, and he's got a couple of horse archers left there. So I think that's basically all of Zarga's army that he's got left at the moment. Here you can see Aurelius has got a lot of his troops hiding in the woods. He'll probably move forward soon. Now, as I say, you can see Romix and myself moving forward here towards the enemy troops there. As you can see, they're massing there on the higher ground within the woods there. As I said before, to keep that woods bonus. You can see the berserkers, look, getting really up on the high ground there. So when they do attack, they're going to have a good downhill advantage there, as well as the, as I say, the woods bonus there. So as I say, you can see Romix moving forward, very aggressive, like he's been right from the start of the battle. He led the charge over the bridge there, and as I say, the enemy would like to entice us into the woods there, if they could. So as I say, you can see Romix moving forward there. It wouldn't surprise me if Man 2 withdrew his cavalry there, trying to draw us away, draw us towards the woods. Now here you'll see, can you see a lot of Romix's units starting to disappear? That's because there's long grass there. Can you see the darker grass there? That's a sign of long grass. So that's the rest of his troops there that are hiding in that long grass there. So that's why you can see his troops disappearing there. You already can see Zarga now. Look, looks like he's going to charge into an enemy druid unit. Get ready for this, and bang, as he smashes in there. Take out the morale-giving unit there. Look, if you could take out that druid unit, that'd be pretty good. There you are, that's good. A good move there by Zarga there. Took out that unit. He's going to be counter-attacking. He needs to get away from there. Bang! As the enemy cavalry charges in there. He needs to get that cavalry unit away. They're not going to hold against those cavalry there. And that unit's just been broken there and routed there by the enemy cavalry. So I think that might be the last cavalry unit he's got left. He might have a couple of horse archers left, but I think that's the last big cavalry. And this infantry that he's got left, I think that's the last of his army, basically, plus 2 horse archer units. Meanwhile, across on the other side there, it looks like we've managed to repel most of those Dacian cavalry there that was attacking our artillery. I think we've, as I say, managed to kill there most of them, but I still think there's one of their cavalry units still around there. You can see they've taken out those 2 onagers. Remember, those are fully crewed. They've both those onager units have now been made useless because they've taken out the there you are. You can still see Barkley Man still got one of his barbarian cavalry units still there, look, still attacking the onagers, look, trying to take out our artillery if he can. Gonna smash into these two, look, get ready for this, and bang, as he smashes in there. Let's say it's a nice move there if you can get cavalry across that shallow water crossing to take out the other team's artillery there. Okay, so here you'll see that I'm going to lead the charge with my Carthaginians. Now the simple reason for that is because my spears will kill barbarian troops quite quickly if they attack. So what I think the thinking was here is I'll lead the charge and Romex will come in behind me with his Roman troops. There you are, can you see? Romex is now moving forward with his Roman troops in behind my Carthaginians. Now as I say, the only reason I'm leading the charge here is because if we're attacked by berserkers, my spearmen, you know, spears and pikes kill barbarian troops quite quickly, including berserkers. So what I'm hoping here is that if the berserkers are going to attack, they'll attack my troops and not Romex's. That's what I'm hoping there. But there, look at all those chosen swordsmen that Barkley Man had hiding in the woods. Once again, sneaky Barkley Man there. Likes to do some sneaky things on the battlefield. But joking aside, good tactical moves he does as well there, let you see. There, so those chosen swordsmen, very well upgraded, probably maximum upgraded, those chosen swordsmen. But you can see I'm moving my Carthaginians forward here and backed up by Romex. Okay, now I can see I think the berserkers up on the hill there, or is that just the enemy archers shooting into us there? But there you are, you can see us moving forward there. Oh, that was just the enemy archers shooting into us. So make no mistake, we'll be having massive volumes of arrows coming into us there. A lot of my units will be battle damaged from those arrows coming into us there. Right, let's pause again for a second here. So I think, if I'm not mistaken there, you'll have berserkers right up here. Now you can see that's the red line. We're getting to the red line of the map there. So they can't go anywhere except across the map now. So maybe we could drive them back across the map. But it depends on where those berserkers are hiding there. Okay. Now over here you can see Aurelius moving his Spartans forward. If you notice his units, can you see how battle depleted a lot of his units are? I mean, look there, look. What's that, 9 men in that unit? Another very battle depleted unit there, 19 men in that unit there. So you can see Aurelius's Spartans are very, very battle damaged there as he's moving them across the battlefield to come and join us. Okay, so you can see the Spartans are very battle depleted. Now here you'll see Mantu's got cavalry in behind us there, look, ready to charge into us there, and you've got other enemy cavalry there as well, look, coming in behind. Oh no, that's sorry, that's Zarga's horse archers and what he's got left of his infantry moving forward there. But as I say, they've got enemy cavalry in behind us there, those Gaul cavalry, as we move forward there. Now what I thought was here, if Romex goes in front of my spears, he's going to lose the spear protection from berserkers. Do you see what I mean? If he goes past my spearmen there, he's going to lose. There you are. Now can you see Uther spotted this, look, and is now moving his berserkers over to this flank here. You can see that Romex now has come in front of my spears, so my spears can no longer defend him against a berserker attack. So this is a good battlefield awareness move here by Uther. You can see him taking his berserkers across the battlefield there. What he really wants to do is hit Romex's infantry. He wants to stay away from my spears if he can, but if he can hit Romex's infantry, that's what he wants to do. And he'll have the downhill charge bonus and the woods bonus at the same time against poor old Romex's Julii infantry there. So we'll just have to see what happens here. As I say, Romex maybe wants to pull back behind my spearmen rather than move over there. He's going to be very exposed to that berserker hit if he's not careful there. Can you see what I mean? 10 berserkers there moving towards him. As I say, the berserker units are arguably the most powerful units in the game. And there you can see he's got his Gothic cavalry. See his Gothic cavalry going to charge in there. Get ready for this. Look, and bang, as he charges his cavalry in there. And now he's activated. He may well not activate all his berserkers. He may throw 2 or 3 in at a time here. But you can see there that Romex infantry are already starting to rout. If you notice there, I brought 3 of my spear units across there and put their spears down there to try and help Romex a bit here as he's getting hit by all these enemy troops. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second there, so you can see there's a druid unit, look, giving morale to the barbarian troops of the enemy there. So that's a good move there by the enemy team. Get Jack's done a good job there. Remember, barbarian morale is pretty low, so bringing a morale boosting unit over there is pretty good. And now over here, you'll see this is a nice move here by Barclay, man. He's getting his fully upgraded chosen swordsman, look, in behind us. Can you see that? Plus the enemy cavalry as well. He's getting those chosen swordsmen in behind us, and as I say, the enemy cavalry are going to charge as well. It's almost like we've walked into a trap here, because Barclay man here could well hold and pin the forward units there of my army, while the rest of his army gets in behind my Carthaginians there. But over here on the right flank, this is going to be the main problem, I think, for us here. I think Uther's just committed 3 or 4 of his berserker units, and he's keeping 5 back there. Can you see how he's keeping those other berserker units back there at the moment? He may well commit them when he's ready, but there's a heck of a lot of berserkers already attacking Romex's Julii infantry there. Now there's a possible chance here that all of Romex's army could well be routed here by the Germanic attack. There you can see those berserkers and cavalry charging in to Romex's infantry. But can you see I've got my a line of Carthaginian spearmen there trying to neutralise that berserker attack coming in on Romex there. You see I'm moving my Carthaginians up there because I can see the real threat here is from those berserkers coming in on poor old Romex's Julii army there. You can see my spearmen there doing quite a good job at holding up those berserkers there. But over here, look, this Romex's cavalry now caught between Gaul cavalry, Dacian cavalry, and Gaul infantry. Look, can you see those Gaul Forester warband archers now have been alt-attacked, so they're using their spears now, look. Oh, that's good news for us. We've killed a Gaul general. That's good news. Takes some morale bonus away from the enemy troops there. But can you see Barclay man there bringing some of his chosen swordsmen up there? There you are. You can see those berserkers now are fighting my spearmen. We've managed to stop that attack there coming in on us in that particular position, but now Uther looks to me like he has now activated the rest of his berserkers there, and you can see here Barclay man's got his fully upgraded chosen swordsman coming in behind us. Sandwich attack there, and here you can see, as I say, coming in behind us there, may well attack the rear of my troops. You've got some more chosen swordsmen coming in on our flank there, and don't forget we're being shot at all the time by archers shooting us into us all the time there. So things maybe not looking very good for us there. Here you can see Aurelius bringing his battle damaged Spartans into the fray as well. You know, they may well hit the rear of the enemy troops. They could be battle winning there maybe, but as it stands at the moment here, I think we are in a bit of trouble looking at all those berserkers charging down onto Romex's army. I think Romex may have lost most of his cavalry at this stage. There you can see those berserkers there attacking there as they're charging into Romex's army. As I say, look at the Dacian chosen swordsman coming in behind him as well. Poor old Romex there getting hit from both sides there. Dacian fully upgraded chosen swordsman coming in behind, and berserkers hitting him from the front there. And I say on our flank there we're getting hit. Look at those berserkers. Wow, I think that's Romex's general's just been taken out there. Oh my gosh. It looks to me like most of Romex's army has now been taken out here. Mostly by those berserkers, but also by those chosen swordsmen. Now here you can see I've got a lot of my Carthaginian spearmen here pressing in against those berserkers, hoping to take those berserkers out there maybe. Okay, let's pause the game for a second, take stock of exactly what's happening here. Okay, so you can see Romex is under a heck of a lot of pressure. A lot of his units have already been routed. He's got a couple of units integrated with my Carthaginians here. Okay, 2 units there, but the majority of his army has been routed. We've got fully upgraded chosen swordsmen coming in on our flank. We've got these Forester warband archers there. If they haven't shot all their arrows, right, they're carrying their spears, so they fired all their arrows, so these guys can be now used as effective infantry. You'd be surprised on how tough these archers are as a light infantry. there. Now here you can see Aurelius bringing his Spartans up here as well. His battle damaged Spartan's going to get into, hopefully into the rear of the enemy troops. But as you can see, my army and Romex's army are basically almost surrounded here. If you can see, there's enemy troops coming in from all directions. But here, as I say, I'm hoping that these spear units will be able to kill these berserkers here. Look at that. Did you see that one berserker do that turn and kill loads of my troops then? But over here you'll see there's Gaulish cavalry, Gaulish infantry coming in there. And now they're starting to attack the rear of my Carthaginians there. Just look how they're charging in there. Look at my poor beleaguered. Oh my gosh, that's my general dead. So see my Carthaginians there being basically surrounded. You can see Aurelius' Spartans coming into the fray here. But just look at the enemy troops there attacking. As I say, those Forester Warband archers, even when they've run out of arrows, very effective, very tough light infantry. Oh my gosh, I can see a lot of my Spartan units starting to rout at this stage of the battle. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So, as I say, you can see my Carthaginian units there being inundated by enemy troops there. Look at those fully upgraded chosen swordsmen. Those berserkers are attacking me as well. I've got those Forester Warband archers coming in with their spears there. You can see Aurelius. I think Aurelius is doing well here with his battle damaged Spartans. You know, maybe he could be the battle winner there with those Spartans, although they are very battle damaged, I must say. But there you are, my Carthaginians still managing just to hold on there. There's berserker units attacking us as well. Remember, those berserker units are lowering the morale of my troops with their morale sapping abilities there. And there you can see all those enemy troops just closing in on my Carthaginians. And remember, my general's been killed, so I've lost the morale bonus of him there. And the general unit itself has just been routed as well. But as I say there, just look at all those enemy troops pushing in on my Carthaginians there. As I say, Aurelius bringing those Spartan units in has really helped there, but you can still see, I think there's still 3 berserker units activated there. And as I say, it's not, I mean, they do enough damage in their own right, but it's the fear factor they bring. As I say, taking the morale away from our troops there. You can see my Carthaginians trying to hold here against a massive load of those enemy troops pushing in there. Let's say you got Aurelius has got 1 unit there that pushing in against those 2 berserker units there, but you can see the enemy troops really pushing in on my Carthaginian troops. And as I say, Aurelius' Greek cities is doing well there, but there's a heck of a lot of enemy troops there, and there's enemy archers shooting into us all the time as well. I think I'm down to 2 spear units left now. That's all I've got, just those 2 spear units, and they're both very battle damaged there. And you can see the enemy troops pressing in on those 2 units there. Okay, so let's just pause again for a second here. So you can see, I think basically all of Romex's army has now been routed. All of Romex's army has now been routed. Zarga's just got a few very battle damaged units left that are being shot at by archers there. And as you can see, I've only got 2 spear units left. That's all I've got left as well. So make no mistake, this battle is going to go right down to the wire. At this stage of the battle, which way do you think it's going to go? Which way do you think this battle is going to go? As I say, I've got my 2 Carthage Sacred Band units there. You've got Aurelius there being attacked there. My Carthaginians still doing quite well, bearing in mind the casualty they've taken. Anyway, you can see Aurelius bringing some of his Spartan units into the fray there as well, that helping out. Okay, so I'm down to 1 unit. I've got 1 unit there. I think that 1 unit of mine just glowed then, so that 1 unit's got a battlefield promotion there. Remember, when a unit does well in Rome Total War, it gets a battlefield promotion, so that unit will have an extra stripe on it now. But anyway, you've got enemy troops coming in behind us as well, attacking the flank of my last unit that's left there. Now you can see Zarga slowly moving his units forward there. But there you can see Spartans being attacked from all directions. my last Carthage spear unit there, trying to fight against those Dacian chosen swordsmen. How long that unit's going to last, I don't know. You can see the Spartans being attacked from all directions there. That Barclay man there just hitting the war cry button. Remember, with this infantry, when you hit the war cry button, your attack specifications are enhanced. Plus they're in the woods as well, so they're getting that already woods bonus there as they're attacking there. Let's say here I've got another Carthage units that I've rallied and brought back into the fray, so I've got two of my Sacred Band units that I've rallied now. But as I say there, Aurelius is doing well, I think, with his Spartans. But make no mistake, this is going to go right down to the wire, this battle is. There, I'd like to take out that Germanic general if I could. There. Actually, I think those two Carthage units of mine have done quite well there. And Aurelius has done quite well as well in routing those enemy troops that surround him. So there, we've done quite well. Yeah, so well done to Aurelius. I think his Spartans did most of the damage there. Right, let's pause the game for a second there. So we've got some Spartans left. I've got two very battle damaged spear units left there, but there are a lot of enemy troops, I feel, hiding in the woods. Especially those Forester Warband archers. So I think there are a lot of enemy troops, as I say, still hiding in the woods there. And as I say, we've got very battle damaged and tired troops there. Right now, here you'll see some of the enemy troops trying to get over to that those woods over there onto the higher ground there. So, and one of them is a Germanic general. Now, whether Aurelius wants to chase the Germanic general down over there, I don't know. He may well want to do that. And you can see Zarga taking one of his spear units over there, trying to chase those units down. But to me, those units that he's going after, they're kind of battle damaged and weak. I think they'd be taken out quite quickly. It's what's hiding in the woods, I think, that could be the problem. There you can see Aurelius there taking his battle damaged units over there. But for me, it's who's hiding in the woods and what's in the woods. So I think these two units of mine are expendable now. They're not going to be much use anyway. But it'd be interesting to see if I can flush out what units are hiding in the woods there. Okay, there you can see straight away those Forester Warband units moving towards my Carthaginians there. As I say, I just want to try and flush out how many units are in the woods there, and the enemy may well attack me now, and we could see how many they've got. Okay, so there you are. You can see that Man 2 is alt attacking his Forester Warband there, and also he's got these guys here shooting arrows into our team as well. There in that close tight formation for more impact and more damage, shooting into I would think Zarga's units there. But he's alt-attacked with one of his units there against my two very battle-damaged Carthage units there. So you can see it's Carthage spears against those Forester Warband spears there. But as I say, I think his units are fresh. If you notice there, they're warmed up. They're warmed up. I think my guys are tired. And of course that really affects their battle proficiency there. Can you see that those that unit of Forester Warband are gradually creeping around the flanks of my Carthaginians? In fact, they've got in behind as well. Can you see how they've crept round the rear and round the flank of those Carthaginians of mine there? So my Carthaginians now are being attacked from all sides. Now whether those two units are going to hold against that Forester Warband unit, I don't know. You can see a lot of my men going down there, being killed by the spears of those Forester Warband troops there. But I can't believe that my units are still holding there, really, because as I say, they were very battle damaged, or they're very tired now. So their battle proficiency would have dropped off the edge of a cliff. Their morale will be very low. But I know they've got good upgrades on, because these units are going to either be fully upgraded or have 2 experience stripes on. Oh my gosh, look at Man 2, the bully. Look how many he's bringing over here now to finish off my poor Carthaginian units there. What a bully, look. Oh my gosh, and they're both routed on impact when he hit with all those troops there. So that was a nice move there by Man 2. It's finished off my army now. I think that's all my troops are now dead. All my Carthage spearmen are now dead there. And there you are, you can see that Zarga's moving some of his infantry units forward there towards those Forester Warband there. But over here you'll see that Aurelius is using his units and one of Zarga's units to try and chase down those units there. So as I say there, my Carthaginians managed to flush out the enemy troops, which I'm glad about there. So we know basically how many enemy troops are left there. And they've still got arrows left. Even now, look, they've still got arrows left. Remember that Man 2's original 15 Forester Warband archers could shoot 36,000 arrows. And so he's still, as I say, he's still got some arrows left there. And there you can see Zarga moving towards those Forester Warband. Let's go into to double speed here, just to speed things up a little, because I think Man 2 is going to take those Foresters over to try and help his allies over on the other side of the road there. Can you see how he's taking his units over there? I think that's what he wants to do. He wants to try and go over there and go into the rear of Aurelius's Spartans there. I think that's what he wants to do. There you can see Zarga taking some of his units over there as well, trying to get over there to help. And as I say, he may well try, and he's thinking to himself that if he can get in behind those Spartans there, then maybe he could cause them some damage there. As I say, we're on triple speed now, just to kind of speed up the last part of this game, because I don't think that those Forester Warbands are going to stand up against Spartans. I mean, I don't know, but and you can see Zarga coming in behind him as well with his Armenian infantry. So let's say I think Man 2 still got some arrows left there which he could use, but here you can see Aurelius now is moving in very aggressively towards these Forester Warband units there. Zarga's got one HA unit there, a horse archer unit there, that has now been routed. But I would think Man 2 is going to make a final stand. He's got up onto the higher ground there, look. Can you see he's on a slightly higher ground? That's why he's run there, look. So the Spartans have got to attack kind of uphill there against him. So now we've got the Spartans there against the Forester Warband units there. And you can see here that Aurelius has got his, he's using a secondary sword weapon of the Spartans there, their sword. Can you see there that unit? Now he's put the spears down now. Can you see he's put the spears down now? But to start off with, he's just using a secondary weapon, the sword there. There you can see these Forester Warband troops there fighting. Now who do you think is going to win here? The Forester Warband or the Spartans? There's one of the Forester Warband units that's just routed there, but you can still see the rest there fighting there against those Spartans. But I think there's just one Forester Warband unit left, and it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. But this was certainly a spread out battle. Let's move all the way over here just to have a look at the consequences of this battle. So over here on the shallow water crossing, remember Aurelius lost a lot of men there to fire pots and boulder hits there, and then the enemy cavalry got across and attacked a lot of our onagers, killing the crews and making the onagers useless there. That was a nice move there by Barkman. Oh, I have got a couple of units left. There you are. I got 2 onager crews, very battle damaged onager crews left, so pleased about that. Then remember Romix led the attack across the bridge and created the bridgehead over here. He suffered a lot of casualties from archers there. As you move over here, like you can see a lot of red cloaked Spartans dead. As you move up the road there, you can see a lot of dead. Over here, you can see there were some battles there. Remember, whenever you see the black scorched bodies, that's where fire pots has hit them there. As you move further over here, look. Another group there killed. That was, I think, that Germanic cavalry unit got hit by fire pots there, but there's a lot of dead Armenian troops there. As we move further up here, look, you can see even more skirmishing and killing going on here. Look. You can see that a lot of, I think, Gaul cavalry killed there. But as we move further on up into the battlefield, look, you can see there, if you look closely, can you see a lot of Forester Warband dead there? Can you see there? You can see their striped trousers there. A lot of them were killed there. It looks like by Greek cities, I think. As we move up into the most intense part of the battle here, and this bit in the woods there. Okay, you can see a lot of dead there. And this is where Romex's army, I think, along here, they were the ones hit by all those berserkers and enemy cavalry and chosen, fully upgraded chosen swordsmen coming in behind them. As you move across here, you can see a lot of Germanic cavalry dead there. You can see a lot of them there. Once again, you can see the red cloak Spartans dead. They always stick out on the battlefield, but that's where the most concentrated part of the battle there was, that you can see just by the piles of dead. I mean, oh my gosh, just look at that. And how close it was there, wasn't it? I mean, that was really close, I think. But as I say, over here now, I'm thinking the Spartans are going to finish off the last of those Gaul Forester Warband archers there. So there you are, you can see there. Yeah, it looks like we just finished off the last of them there. So that was good there. Oh, and Romex has got a unit left. He's got an Onager crew left there as well. I thought all his army was destroyed, but he's still got an Onager crew left there as well. So well done to Aurelius there. I think he's done well. Let's go on to triple speed. I think there must be maybe a couple of units left of enemy troops there hiding in the woods, but there you are. And just that was great. First thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. Whoa, what a cracking bridge battle this was. I mean, that was just, I hope you guys watching this would think how great it was. And it was a close victory. I think, is that the first close victory we've had on a bridge map? I think it may well be. And what a close victory it was. Highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Aurelius. 1,465 kills with his Greek cities. So well done to Aurelius. Highest kills in the game there with his Spartans. Did very well. I think he was actually a game saver for us there. So well done to Man 2. Look at the kills that he got with Gaul in a 40k no rules battle. So really well done to Man 2. And I've noticed that Gaul is his faction of choice on this map now. I notice he plays them a lot. Well done to Uther. Now bearing in mind he had 10 berserkers, possibly the most powerful units in the game. He'd probably be a bit disappointed possibly with the kills. Look how small his army was there. But he possibly would be a bit disappointed with the kills that he got there. But I thought he's still very aggressive with them. Well done to Get Jacked. Got some good kills with Gaul as well. And well done to Barclay Man there. Second highest kills in his team with Dacia. So really well done to him. Well done. A whole barbarian team. Well done there, guys. My kills, not too bad. Not brilliant, but not too bad there. I'm quite pleased with that. Well done to Aurelius, as I say, highest kills in the game. Well done to GOTW. Romex led the charge across the bridge there. You know, he really did lead the team across that bridge. Well done to him. And well done to Zarga. Probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he was very supportive as we attacked across the bridge there. So well done. And a very diverse battle as well. Like we got Carthage, Greek cities, Rome and Armenia in our team, very diverse. The other team, like Gaul, Germania, Gaul and Dacia, all barbarian factions there, very diverse as well. So do you remember at the beginning of the game I told you that some people say that they don't like to play a bridge battle because of a particular reason? And I didn't want to tell you at the beginning of the battle because I didn't want to spoil the battle for you, but a lot of people say to me, I don't like bridge battles because the team that attacks first always loses. The team that attacks first always loses. That's why I don't like bridge battles. Well, that's why I wanted to show you this battle. As you saw, we attacked first and we won. So that you know, not being horrible or anything, but the excuse of saying I don't like bridge battles because the team that attacks first always loses, as you can see here, is just kind of shown that that's not always the case. And what we found on this map is it's tactics, strategy and teamwork that really makes a difference here, whether you attack or whether you defend. As I say, we're still all experimenting with these 40k no rules battles. So I hope you enjoyed this bridge battle. Please give us a thumbs up if you did, or even give us a comment. Thanks very much. Bye for now.